Playmakers, the daily sports bulletin from the bridge that brings you the big news and the top plays from the world of Indian sports. Hello and welcome to the Playmakers, our everyday live sports bulletin. My name's Rahul Kargal. On the Playmakers tonight, PV Sindhu, Kiran George, and Satvik Chirag have made the quarterfinal cut at the Indian Open, and Sriram Balaji has progressed through to round 2 of the Australian Open. Our top story of the night comes from the Indian Open, where Indian shuttlers have booked 3 quarterfinal spots at the India Open Super 750 tournament in New Delhi on Thursday. PV Sindhu, Kiran George registered straight wins, while the men's doubles pairing of Satvik and Chirag took 3 games to seal a spot in the quarterfinals as well. For Satvik Chirag, it was a come-from-behind victory. They lost the first game but rallied to overhaul their Japanese opponents in the second round with a scoreline of 20-22, 21-14, and 21-16. Meanwhile, PV Sindhu rekindled memories of her old aggressive self with a solid performance, and she won in straight games, and she will now play the Indonesian fourth seed Gregoria Tanyang. Earlier, Kiran George at the Indian Open saved 6 game points en route to beating Lanier in the opening game of his second round clash. He will now face China's Hongyang Wang. In other results from the day, women's doubles combination of Ashwini-Tanisha and Tanisha Castro, Rituparna Panda and Shwetaparna Panda, and mixed doubles pairs of Dhruv and Tanisha and Ashit Surya and Amruta Prathamesh were all knocked out in the second round. Staying with badminton, PV Sindhu is drawing the crowds at the Indian Open Super 750 tournament in New Delhi. The Indian came out on top against her Japanese opponent, Manami Suyuzi, winning 21-15, 21-13. Speaking to the media after her match, Sindhu said, and I quote, "Good to be back dominating matches. I'm coming after a long break, and what I like about my game today was my movement and my attacks were working well. Moving forward, I need to be ready for anything because matches will get harder." Unquote. At the 2025 Australian Open, N. Balaji and his partner Miguel Reyes Varela kept Indian hopes alive in the men's doubles with a commanding 6-4, 6-3 victory over Robin Haase and Nedovisov. The Indian-Mexican duo demonstrated strong synergy, securing a spot in the second round after dominating key moments of the match. However, it was a day of early exits for other Indian doubles players. Vijay Sundar Prashant and Jeevan Neduzengin struggled against Orlando Luz and Gregor Jacques, losing 6-2, 6-1 in a one-sided encounter. On court 15, Ritwik Bolipalli and Ryan Segerman put up a brave fight but were edged out 7-6, 7-5 by Harry Heliovar and Henry Patton in a closely contested match. Also, Anirudh Chandrasekhar and Karol Drewski exited the tournament after a 7-6, 2-6, 7-6 defeat to Damir Zumur and Petros Tsitsipas. These exits now leave Balaji as the sole Indian in the men's doubles draw. News from Kerala now, where the ongoing season of the Indian Super League has been a challenging one for Kerala Blasters FC, both on and off the pitch. The latest flashpoint occurred during Kerala Blasters' home game against Odisha FC on the 13th of January. Although the match ended in a thrilling come-from-behind victory for the Blasters, the on-field success was quickly overshadowed by events off of it. The Manjappada, who are the loyal fans of the club and are known for their passionate support, had organized a rally outside the stadium to voice their dissatisfaction with the club's management. They cited the poor performance and overall mismanagement as the core issues. However, the police intervention disrupted the planned protest. Later, as fans prepared to protest peacefully, the police reportedly threatened arrests, forcing the Manjappada to abandon the rally. In response to the controversy, Kerala Blasters FC issued a detailed statement distancing itself from the actions of the police. The rift between the club and its fans highlight a deeper issue with Kerala Blasters, a team which, despite massive fan following, has struggled to achieve success in its 11-year history. Table tennis news now, and at the WTT Contender Muscat event in Oman on Thursday, Indian player Manush Shah's run ended in the quarterfinals of the men's singles category. Manush was beaten by China's Chen Yanyu in straight games, and with his defeat, India's challenge at Oman has come to an end. On Wednesday, Manush had scripted a spectacular comeback against sixth-seeded Sora Matsushima, prevailing 3-2. Earlier in the event, Srija Kula, Manika Batra, and Ahika Mukherjee all suffered defeats in the women's singles, and this was also the case in all the doubles categories in what has turned out to be a disappointing tournament for the Indian contingent. News now from the fastest growing sport in the country, pickleball. Earlier today, the Indian Open League 2025 and a Challenger League, which is said to be Asia's largest pickleball tournament, were announced at a press conference. 10 city based teams were unveiled in the presence of eminent figures, including filmmaker Karan Johar, who serves as the brand ambassador of the league. With participants hailing from over 15 cities, this prestigious event will include both pro and amateur leagues, offering a platform for emerging talents and seasoned professionals alike. A prize pool of $125,000 further cements the tournament status as a game changer in Asia's sport scene. In the Women's Hockey India League, Bengal Tigers were outclassed by the Odisha Warriors in a shootout on Thursday evening at Ranchi. After 60 minutes of enthralling action, the scores were tied at 1-1, and the match went into a shootout, and it was Odisha's goalkeeper Jocelyn Bartram who made three crucial saves to give her team the victory. Up next, we've got the play of the day. And finally, our play of the day comes from the inaugural Kho Kho World Cup being held in New Delhi, where the Indian women earlier this evening scored 100 points in their match against Malaysia. Malaysia, meanwhile, managed to score just 20 points. And this, incidentally, was the third consecutive time that the Indian women have scored 100 points at the ongoing World Cup. And for scoring 100, the Indian women's unbeaten run at the Kho Kho World Cup is our play of the day. And that's all that I have for you on the Playmakers tonight. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified every time we bring you the news live on YouTube. And do follow the bridge.in for our continued coverage of the Hockey India League. My name's Rahul Kargal. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.